Hello and good morning. My name is John Barley and welcome to this test video. What is better, to buy a tractor? So if you get a bank loan in Farming Simulator 22 and buy a tractor, or if you lease a tractor. As I said, this is take two. I already did a video on that, a testing video almost a year ago. But it's over or almost an hour long, 50 minutes, and I wanted to do a quicker version with the same information, and I have to thank Tyson Evans for this. So thank you for commenting Tyson, who brought this to my attention, that a 50-minute video is hard to digest for this information. So I try to do this in a shorter manner now. So what are we going to look at? The main question is basically, no, this was the correct menu. So what's better, if I go in here and start borrowing money, just like that, just let it get it back, or if I go into here, which one is now, doesn't matter, and if I go here and just lease a machine. So yeah, I don't have enough money. What is the better way on a long-term scale? And for this we will get two tractors of the same price. They are not identical. I mean, you've seen the thumbnail, a red, a New Holland and a case one. And what we will do, it's April, it's April, I am on 1 day month, the time is running on half speed. That's That should be like that, because what we will do with our machines, we will first cultivate the field using, where's the info, the Farmed Software 11 PS. This is standard in-game if you have the premium expansion. Afterwards we will fertilize the field with manure, double application with the FarmTech 43,000. Standard in-game. You find this under trailers, not under manure spreaders. It's an option to have the manure spreader in back. After that, in May, so this will be done in April. In May we will start seeding with the Horsch Maestro 2450 SV. It's from the Horsch DLC. We will use corn. We do have seasonal growth on, because corn will be planted in May and harvested in October, November time. So we have some time in between to look at the costs of the tractors. We will roll after seeding with the Lizard Comax 20 field roller. This is a mod by JM Garcia. And then after the preparation of the field is done, we will, in the meantime, between planting and harvesting, we will do mowing. This is the Kingslide GTX 1305P, and we have the front mower, the Kingslide GXF 360, or is it 3605P? I don't know. For mowing. Then these are, by the way, standard in-game as well. Then we will tet the machine, yes, we will tet the grass with the Pöttinger HIT 1680T, standard in-game. We will windrow it with the Pöttinger Top 1403C. This is from the Hay and Forage DLC, standard in-game, but Hay and Forage DLC. We will bale it with the Fendt Quadra 1290 UD, standard in-game. We will collect it with the Accusin FSX3672, standard in-game. This will be done in June. Basically all of the work will be done in June, and in July we will collect the bales. And yeah, we will also in the meantime, what we will also do, I have a cow pen over there. You can see the slurry tank there. There are cows, so we will be able to transport not TMR, we will be able to transport milk to the sell points. We will do this so when we have 30,000 liters of milk, because I have the big tank there, the liquid tank, and we will also bring TMR to the cows. For this I have a special trailer. It's down here. You can see it there. So this picking up the trailer with the TMR, bringing it back, should simulate that we will, or we would, make TMR during this process. In August, so June will be the grass work, July will be the collecting. I think there will be also some milk transportation and something like that. In August we will do weeding with the Agrio Gigant 1327 13527. So we have weeds on, you see over there, they are already growing there. And then in September we will again go through the grass cutting tedding process, as well as in October the collecting, and then in November we will do the harvesting. So this is a trailer for, we will go next to the harvester, and also in November we will do the mulching. The mulcher is by Universe Simu Modding. What we have over here is basically everything we need for this process. We have the Global Goods Transport pallets by 82 Studio. This one, there it is, contains manure. This one as well, this one as well. So I have 600,000 liters of manure. This one contains seeds, 200,000 liters of seeds, and this one contains the herbicide, also 200,000 liters. These are the unreal capacities of these bags. So I hope I have enough material so that I don't need to lease any money to get the required materials. So which tractors? Let's take a look at the tractors. So this is our first candidate, the New Holland T8 Genesis series. We will keep the 351 horsepower engine because all the implements don't require more than 350 horsepower. We will get the crawler track, and this will result in 312,000 euros of machine value. So this is the machine we will buy with a bank loan. And after one season we will get the Case Magnum AFS Connect series. We will get white tires, bringing it to 314,000 euros. Why do we need to do this? Because we want to get as close as possible to 315,000 euros, because I can only lease money in $5,000 increments. So we'll see it now. So here I can only get 310,000 or 315,000 euros loan, and if I go for this and I buy the machine for 312,000, I only have 200 euros left. So I will lease 315,000 euros now, and we will buy the New Holland crawler track, get it on. So 312,000 euros spent. I will just get the machine. Okay, here it is. Let's just get going, lower it. I mean, the Farmit is a shallow cultivator. It shouldn't do anything about the ground texture here. No, it doesn't. But that's not a big deal. So I will now get this going. I will bring you back after every step of this process, and then we will take a look at the hours the machine has done. In November we will see how many hours this tractor has done, and also what the costs for running this machine. I think these didn't have collisions. on the harsh aggravation map which we have here. So yeah, I will see you once this is done, and enjoy. Okay, just finishing the last strip of cultivating. Now just moving over to the part which has no weeds in it. There you go. The tractor just tipped over at 0.7 hours. It took 0.7 hours to cultivate this field. I will now get the manure spreader and continue with fertilizing the field. So see you when that's done. Okay, just approaching the last little bit of the last strip with the manure, and we are done. So the tractor is at 1.4 hours, and oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention before is, of course, all the machines and implements will be maintained before I start doing the next thing. These are all brand new now, and I will maintain them for the next session so that they don't work slower. So that's it for April. I will move into May. I think beginning of May I will sell a little bit of milk, and then I will get on with the seeding. So it's May. We had 1,050 euros of loan interest, and as you can see we have 28,000 liters of milk which will be sold now, and 52,000 liters of slurry, and then also we'll do a TMR run, and then I will do the seeding. So see you when seeding is done. Okay, here we are, just finishing the last narrow strip of seeding, planting. So there are 6,000 liters out of that big 200,000 liter bag. Yeah, that's the seed consumption. The strip will narrow down to the end, and we are at 2.5 hours of the tractor. I will now do a TMR run and then continue with the rolling. Okay then, last little strip of rolling is done. 3.3 hours on the tractor. I will now jump into June, and then I will start with the grass work. See you in June. Okay, here we are in August. Spraying of the field is completed. We are at 7.2 hours on our tractor. I will now move over into September and go through all the haymaking process again. You've seen me do this. I just showed you when I completed everything, and I will now go into September and do all this lovely process all over again, and then we will see us in November when it's harvest season. In October I will do another TMR milk slurry run, and yeah, so see you in November for harvest season. All right, here we are in November. Field is ready to harvest. Harvester is ready. My New Holland is already at 10.8 hours on it. I just seen it in the shop. Paint condition is at 0. So as I said, I don't want to keep this video too long, and it's already pretty long right now, and I still have to do all this stuff again with the second tractor. So yeah, I will now get on with the harvest, and then I will bring you back in after that. Okay, here we are approaching the last full row of corn. I will now just do the last row with the harvester myself, but we have 11.8 hours on the tractor. Then I will do the mulching, and then I will come back to you when that's done. So see you in a bit. Alright then, just mulching the last little bit of field, and mulching is done, and so is the test of the board tractor, which was bought and financed with a bank loan. What do we know so far? That is, for example, the fuel tank is almost empty. I'm on normal fuel consumption, and 12.6 hours cause basically complete usage of the fuel tank. Furthermore, we would have 19,700 euros for repairing the machine, but I won't do that because you will not do this with the leased machine neither. I mean, if you finish with it, you would return it, and that's basically it. And we have a value of 178,414 euros, so basically half of the value of the tractor is lost. So yeah, let's just see if the leased version will do this up. Oh yeah, one last thing. Of course, every month I had the same amount of leasing costs because I didn't reduce the loan, but you could see in a regularly gameplay you would probably have paid off the loan completely and would have reduced the loan costs, but I kept them in just for the sake of this test. So I will now go on and do all this stuff again with a leased machine, and then we will come to the conclusion. Okay, it's April, our field is growing with weeds, and I will now lease the Case tractor. So there we have it, basically the same price, 200 euros more than what we loaned with the New Holland, but here we go, 6,304 euros base costs, per workday 3,152, and per work hour 6,619 euros. Let's go. And there it is. So I have a job to do. You will get some time lapse of me doing it, and then we will see each other for the conclusion. Okay, so now we have a result. What you just saw in the clip is, funny enough, the case ran out of fuel, whereas the New Holland barely made it with the last sip of fuel. I reset the vehicle and now it's got a little bit of fuel back. So, but actually it ran out. You saw it in the video clip. So what do we know now? First, let me just show you what was really done and when. So you have here the overview: April, May, June, July, August, September, October and November, and what was done with each tractor, and as well as how many hours each tractor worked. So basically they were more or less alike. At some point the case was 0.1 hours faster, but in the end both worked 12.7 hours. Now the much more interesting part is, what did it cost? And here we have the overview. Oh yes, feel free to just pause the video and take a look at the numbers. So basically it is still cheaper to lease the tractor than to buy it. So overall, with all the loss in value and the loan interests, and if I would now sell the New Holland, the total costs would be 141,092 euros for these 9 months of work from April to end of November, and putting 12.7 hours on it. And for the case, although you have some months which are very expensive and you do feel the impact much more intense when you have, for example, a month like June where you put 3 hours on it and the machine costs 23,000 euros that month, you do feel it. And if you just have the loss of the value, you don't really feel that in that same month the New Holland lost 16,736 euros of value, and you only see the 1,000 euros of loan interests actually on your bank account. But in the end, still the case only cost us 117,567 euros for the whole leasing period. And this is still I think over 23,500 euros less than the costs of the New Holland. So there's my result. It is better if you don't want a machine. I mean, if I would have now continued more hours and so on, at a certain point the New Holland will be more cost efficient if you decide to have it for many years to come, because it will never lose its value, go down in its value to total zero, whereas the case, at a certain point you will have more leasing costs than what the machine is worth if you buy it new. But if you want to keep a machine for one season, it's always cheaper just to lease it. Although even if you go for a very expensive piece of equipment like a 300 horsepower tractor. So here, that's my result, my conclusion for this video. if you might ask yourself why I am doing this now, I really hope that with FS25, the leasing system will not get an overhaul. It will still be working like this one, and so this video will also be valid for FS25. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, or even do subscribe. Don't drive when you're drunk, and until next time, bye bye.